Hey gang, hope you're all doing well out there. Hope you're having a nice summer. Anyway, I went with a little different setup this time. Thought it'd be nice for a change, anyway, I'm doing okay, just trying to stay cool right now. And, it's really, weather, it's pretty hot right now where I live. So anyway, as you can see, from this little spread here, I've been busy lately, making my rounds to the shops, finding knives and whatnot. And I've been to some antique malls, pawn shops, some other shops. It's found some good deals. I'm really pretty happy with what I've found. Anyway, first of all, I found this recently, this United Cutlery throwing dagger. As you can see there, thought that was pretty cool. I like the pin design on the handle there. Of course it's not really sharp, like on either side, since it's meant to be thrown, but you could sharpen it if you want. It's pretty nice. It's it's nice just as a decoration piece, to be honest. But if you're into throwing knives, this makes a good throwing knife. So that's that. Next up here is the I can't actually get this whole thing in one shot. It's the Cold Steel Gladius machete. As you can see, it's modeled after the old Gladius swords, and there's the point right there. And this sucker, it's got some heft to it, and it's pretty sharp too, sharp on both sides. So I found this used for a really good price. I really lucked out. So that's that. Next up, it's the SOG machete. It's the SOG Fari. It's as you can see, it has a tanto blade, and there, as you can see, SOG Fari. It has this sawtooth back, and here there's the handle. And I think this kind of reminds me of another machete I have, one from Cold Steel. It's kind of similar to this, similar handle, but that one isn't a tanto though. But anyway, this one's really nice though. Definitely one that's good for outdoor tasks. So yeah, that's the SOG Fari. Next up is this I picked up. It's a Pakistani replica of what I believe is an India Sikh Kirpan dagger, if that's what it is. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that pronunciation, but I thought this was really cool because it has this cool clear resin handle. As you can see, I don't think I have any kind of a knife like that, so I thought that was really cool. I liked the way that looked. So yeah, it's definitely a nice decorative piece. I can say it's definitely not a user knife. It's mostly you just mount this on your wall, I think. If you wanted some type of like a fancy ass letter opener or something, who knows? You could find some use for it, but it's mostly just a decorative piece. At least I think that's what the intention was. So next up, I found this folding knife. It's a KR Tools Pro Series folder, liner lock, and it has this thumb stud, and also like a little like hole there, like kind of like a Spyderco Spidey hole. And it has this, I bought it used. It had this, somebody put a lanyard on it here, and these originally came with a nylon pouch with which you could wear on your belt, but I got it used. It didn't have the sheath. So but I thought this the lanyard, whoever put that on, I thought that looked nice. So yeah, that's the KR Tools dual grip 9-inch folding knife, Pro Series. Next up, I found this Camillus fixed blade with it has a stone-washed blade with a sheep's foot. I think that's a sheep's foot, and this rubberized grip handle. And these, I think you can find these like at places like Walmart, Tractor Supply, and so yeah, they're usually pretty cheap. So I got this for only $10. Thought that was nice. Next up is this, I got this used. It's a Ken Onion a CRKT folding knife, the flipper liner lock. As you can see there, Ken Onion design, it says on the back there. CRKT, and I'm not sure the exact name of this model, but maybe I can look it up later. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That was a good find. Next up, it's this. I found this at a pawn shop. You know, it was only $3. It's just a cheapo, you know, like Chinese Swiss Army knife knockoff. You know, like it has like some tools on it there, like a can opener. It has bottle opener and corkscrew and a screwdriver. You know, just your typical, you know, like El Cheapo. You know, like Chinese knockoff of Victorinox. You know, $3. You know, thought it was nice. Thought, why not? Next up, this Bowie knife. It's kind of like a, looks like a kind of, it's a Chinese knockoff of an old case Bowie. Has this nice leather sheath, leather stacked handle, and there it says engraved big, really big on the blade, China stainless, so you can't miss it. And I got a good deal on this. This was like only, I think, 10 or 12 bucks, and blade was a little scuffed. I wiped it down with some oil, and yeah, and as you can see, it looked like somebody tried to sharpen this thing on what appears to be an angle grinder. But anyway, I wiped it down with some oil, and I took the edge. I got my work sharp and like put a nice little edge on it, you know. So it cuts pretty good now. It has, so it's definitely not a bad little knife, you know. I mean, I know it's China made, but you know, it's actually fairly decent quality, you know. I mean, it actually isn't that bad for what it is, you know. So that was that. I thought that was nice. And next up, it's this boot knife that was only 10 bucks. I found at the place I found it. It's from a brand called Explorer. Now, I don't know. There used to be an old Japanese knife brand called Explorer. I don't know if this is the same brand or whatnot, or something entirely different. I don't know. Maybe one of you would know, but yeah, if you happen to know, just comment down below. And yeah, it has this plastic sheath, and yeah, so just 10 bucks. And next up, Cobra Tech. It's an OTF pen knife. I had been meaning to get one of these for a long time. I always thought these were so cool. You know, it's like you have like this. It's like a nice little, like, looks like a nice little tactical pen. You know, here it has this. You twist to open it. You know, and then close it, you know, and then at the other end, of course, you know, like is that's where the surprise is, you know. That's where the action, it's a dual action mini OTF, and the in your switch is the pocket clip, and there you have it. Yeah, I've been wanting one of these for a while, just, you know, like never really got around to it, but you know, but recently I, you know, picked one up, and yeah, and I'm pretty satisfied with it, you know. It's pretty cool, you know. It's a nice little, I mean, like you can like you can write notes with it, you know, and like, and I guess you can always, if you wanted like wanted to combine your pen and your letter opener in the same tool, you know, this definitely fits the bill. There you have it. Cobra Tech OTF pen blade knife. Next up, this this camo like Chinese switchblade has this roll lock safety on the back. Anyway, it was really cheap, you know. It's like I might end up trading this thing, you know. It has this, you know, just nothing too special, you know, just your typical Chinese budget, you know, switchblade. And I'm gonna open it here. There it yeah, you know, kind of has a clunky opening, but yeah, it's nothing special. Yeah, I might, you know, I might sell or trade this at some point, you know. So yeah, there's that. Next up, it's this I found this Kissing Crane sawbuster knife. It's a kind of like, reminds me of a case sawbuster that I have. It's a slip joint. And yeah, I got a good deal on this. And this is not one of the German Kissing Cranes. This is one of the ones from their China line. And but you know, it's a nice knife. You know, definitely a nice little slip joint. You know, it has a good, you know, good back spring and a good snap. You know, opening and closing. So yeah, that was nice. Next up is this Rough Ryder knife that I found. This it's another slip joint. This And the rough night Ryder, they're kind of like they're like kind of like case on a budget, that is what they are, like they're China made, like they're kind of like, like just affordable traditional knives, like for people who are on budgets, and this like little I think this type of little trapper. I think this may be a peanut trapper they call this. I'm not sure. I forget the I gotta look up the terminology again on the on my slip joint terminology. I gotta study up on that a bit more. And but I'm kind of been getting into back into the traditional knives lately. The traditional, grandpa type, like slip joints, and and Rough Ryder, they're definitely they're a quality brand, definitely they're budget friendly quality brand. And here's another one, another Rough Ryder. It's from their Outdoorsman series, and this one's it's another trapper. As you can see, it has that acorn on it as the shield. There's the main blade, which is a clip point, and then has this second blade. It's a kind of a spade blade, and yeah, I like it. I like the handle material. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, so that's that. Next up, it's this Italian folding stiletto, and it's not a switchblade, but however, I do like these manual lockback stilettos from Italy. They're pretty nice, I mean, this one, I like the handle it has. They usually have like a nice horn handle, and yeah, and these it's actually possible to flick these open one-handed, like with a like if you like press your hold it like this, press your middle finger against the lockback like that. And there was an old video on YouTube where a guy demonstrated how to do this, where if you apply a little pressure to the lock back there, and you take the knife and you flick it, you can actually get it open and one-handed really quick, and then you can close it the same way. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do that right now, but yeah, this was definitely a nice find. I paid about $55 for it, I think. Yeah, so yeah, I got a good deal on that. Yeah, and finally, I got this from a friend who found it at a yard sale, and he knew that I like these. It's a NATO military OTF, and it came from, I guess, a guy who had passed away. He was a big knife collector, and my friend, he bought some of the knives that were there, like that that they were selling off, and I guess he also had some switchblades, I guess, but most of the stuff had sold. Unfortunately, my friend missed out on most of it, but he was able to get this NATO military olive green with black bolsters. This is the bunny kind with the 3 pins, and yeah, this is what I've been wanting to get for a while to add to my collection. So NATO militaries, just nice, little novelties. That's what they are. They're not really user knives, but they're fun, kind of like they're mementos, kind of like the 80s movies. So, NATO military OTF has good action on it, and the blade is in pretty nice shape too, not too bad, so definitely, yeah, this is, of course, these are definitely fun to collect. So that's that. Yeah, so okay, that's about it. I hope you're all doing well out there, and so take it easy, and stay cool.